Once upon a time in a quaint and lively pig village, there were three little pigs who were quite tired of living in their mother's mud-splattered cottage. So off they went, each with a sack full of dreams, hopes, and some leftover oatmeal cookies. The first little pig, named Percy, was rather lazy and enjoyed the finer things in life, such as not doing much at all. Percy decided to build his house out of straw because, well, it seemed like a fairly inexpensive and quick option. And who wants hard labor when there are cookies to munch on? The second pig, Peter, was slightly more industrious. At least he read a how-to guide once, and decided to build his house from sticks. It's rustic, he thought. Plus, he heard from an unreliable source that it's the newest pig vogue trend. Lastly, the third pig, Paula, scoffed at her brother's attempts and went off to build her house from bricks. Paula was a pig with a plan, meticulous about every brick laid, ensuring her house would withstand any level of bad weather or unwanted visitors with a little excessive puff. Of course, the star of our story, the big bad wolf, was a minor celebrity in these parts, known for his ability to inexplicably talk like a Hollywood movie producer. The wolf, always keen to scout new talents, and perhaps a taste test of some ham, got wind of the pigs building houses. One breezy afternoon, the wolf sauntered over to Percy's house of straw and delivered his iconic line, little pig, let's talk some real estate vibes." Percy, still tangled in his nap blanket, answered, "Sorry, I'm not selling." Annoyed by baffling negotiations, the wolf decided to huff and puff, and voila, breakfast was served. Feeling undefeated, the wolf jetted off to Peter's stick house and repeated the ritual. Little pig, I'm sensing an opportunity here." Peter, slightly more savvy but equally delusional, said, "I'm not cutting any deals." Inevitably, the wolf blew down the stick house, and once again, his efforts were rewarded. At last, the wolf approached Paula's brick house, slightly winded from all the blowing and negotiating. Little pig, let's join forces," he exclaimed, adding a little charm with a toothy grin. Paula, who lived happily with central heating and Netflix, replied, "Nah, I'm good." The wolf, frustrated, huffed and puffed several times over, but the ill-resulting poof was just a light breeze. As the wolf curled up into a ball, exhausted, Paula handed over the leftovers cookies she had tucked away just for this occasion. The wolf, realizing talent can't be bargained, trudged off for a nap, realizing real estate deals weren't his forte. And thus, Percy and Peter decided next time they'd attend Paula's workshops on smart housing, instead of relying on whims and unreliable sources. Meanwhile, they all lived happily and cookie ever after, except the wolf, who learned that perhaps it was time to invest in a more stable career, like podcasting on real estate drama.